Hi guys, and welcome to the very first in Horde mode. So today I am bringing Calgar, or Marneus Calgar, or as I like to call him, Mr. Fists, and he is in a battle simulator, and he is basically testing his strength against a horde of Pox Walkers, and then also eventually he will meet Typhus. Today Chris has bought a horde of Pox Walkers, and he's going to be fighting against Mr. Fists.
So this is Mr. Fist's Kobayashi Maru test, and he's going to be, the aim for Mr. Fist will be to try to get to Typhus and to battle Typhus. What will happen is Typhus is going to send forward hordes after hordes of Pox Walkers. Every time one of them is killed, they will respawn back in the deployment zone, and they will just keep going and keep going. And the idea being is that we will see how many Pox Walkers it takes to kill Mr. Fist. We'll keep a tally of how many he sort of kills in the process. If he manages to get to Typhus before he's killed, then it will go to Typhus v Mr. Fist's one-on-one, and his wound count will reset back to his full strength again. Okay, so we're going to basically just adapt the rules slightly, just because obviously we're playing a horde mode. So what we're going to do is each Pox Walker can be a single unit rather than having to have a minimum of 10. And what we'll do is we'll roll 2 dice. The highest dice number on that dice will be the advance for each model per round.
So Chris, if you want to make your first moves.
So we'll start by advancing them all forwards. Okay, so I'm going to roll the 2 dice. And 4 inches onto for the advance for all of them for this round, so it'll be 4 inches.
Now Chris has moved and advanced all of his Pox Walkers, and that's the end of Death Guard turn 1. On to Ultramarines turn 1. So Mr. Fist has moved across and is basically hunkering himself down behind this rhino, basically embracing the oncoming storm of the Pox Walkers. So he's going to take a pop shot, he's going to shoot into the Pox Walkers on the left hand side. So we're going to do weapons skill, so +2, so they both go off. So any 4s, toughness and strength are both 4, so any 4s and above. Oh, so yeah, that one failed. And that's the end of Ultramarine turn 1, and on to Death Guard turn 2.
Okay, so I'm going to advance again forward. So again, with the modified rule, we're going to roll the 2 dice. The highest one will be, so the 6 will be the additional for the advancing on top of the 4, gives us a 10-inch movement. And we can start moving these Pox forwards. So let's move the troops!
Chris has moved all of his Pox Walkers. And seeing as Chris had advanced his Pox Walkers, basically allows Mr. Fist to get a few more cheeky shots in there before the oncoming Pox Storm tries to take him out. So that is now end of Death Guard turn 2, and we go on to Ultramarines turn 2. So I'm going to move Mr. Fist around ever so slightly, just to here. That's my movement phase. I'm going to go straight to shooting phase. So because they're within 12 inches, my range is normally 24. Rapid fire 2, so I get rapid fire 4. Am I allowed to use my doctrines? Yep, excellent, good. The nod, Chris is playing cameraman. So I'm going to take basically 4 shots into these 4 guys here. So +2s, oh my god. 1, 1, 1 and a 2. Wow, okay. Right, so 1 shot goes through. Their toughness is 4, my strength is 4, so 4's and above 4, so 1 goes through. That's 1.
So saving throw for a Pox Walker is a +7, but our understanding is 1s automatically fail and 6s automatically pass. So we're assuming 6 means that they can still pass a saving throw. Please correct us in the comments below if we're wrong though. So 1 for a saving throw, and it failed.
Excellent. So that's 1 Pox Walker down.
Who were you shooting?
I took a shot out of these 4 here, so you can choose which one you want to get rid of.
You choose, because they're all individual models.
I'm going to go for this one here. Yes, he's dead.
And he respawns.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
That's
so
how we played it, weren't
we are, yeah, so respawning, so that's it. End of... Oh, hang on. Sod it, I'm going to charge.
Oh, you bring
Yeah, sod it.
me.
Yeah, why not?
He sees what's coming.
Well, I can always back off as well, so I'm going to charge him into him.
I imagine that you're going to do a lot of pull back, shoot, and charge back in.
Hopefully.
Shock assault each time.
6. That's 6 inches. But for... There you go. We're in. So, because we are fantastic, and we are, you know, very well prepared, we don't come up with these rules on the fly. So the rules that we've not just come up with is basically anybody that is within 3 inches of the unit that's engaged, so I can attack them all basically.
So I'll pile them in then.
Yep, so you can pile them in. There may have been a few illegal moves there, but we don't care. This is like narrative crusade. So the rule of narrative is like the rule of cool. Okay, so I'm going to dish out 7 punches because I charged and they have... I've completely forgotten what it's called. Shock assault, that's the one. So I need 4s and above. Strength and toughness is 4. Okay, so fail, fail, fail. Oh, and fail. So that's 3 attacks that have gone through, doing 2 damage each.
3 dead. And they respawn.
They respawn. Excellent. And that is the end of Ultramarines. That is the end of Mr. Fist's turn. We go on to Death Guard. Turn 3.
Okay, so we're going to start by advancing the respawned and these guys back here. So we're just going to roll the 1 this time because we're doing a smaller number than the whole lot. So that's 8 inches, so we can move them. And then I'm just going to do normal movement forward for these guys. Okay, so then we're just going to pile in these within 3 inches, yeah?
Okie dokie.
So we've ploughed on into Death Guard turn 3. We've moved forward some of the Pox and advanced some forward, and they've ended in engagement range, so we've not done charging because they've ended within that. We've now worked out that we have 16 Pox Walkers that are within engagement range, so they're going to fight now. So we're going to do it as two rolls because of the amount of dice we need. Each of the Pox get 2 attacks. Their weapon skill is a 4+. Okay, so my strength is 3, your toughness is
5.
and then with the aura ability that the Pox get, which is the contagion of Nurgle.
Oh yes, yeah, so that's a 4, isn't it?
So 4, so it makes no difference in this case. Still need 5s and above to wound.
Okay. Mr. Fists has a saving throw of 2, so I need 2s and above. So that horde managed to do 3 wounds on Mr. Fists. Well done, Christopher. Well done. Okay, Mr. Fist is now going to retaliate. He's going to punch 6 times. 2s and above.
So 2s
So,
and above.
2s above, yes, because strength is 8. Oh, 1 fails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go through. Minus 1, minus 3 AP, doing 3 damage each.
But
it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
5 deed.
Nice. Okay, so we're on Ultramarine turn 3, and Mr. Fist is going to pull out of the battle. Around about 6 inches. I mean, that's all it's got is 6 inches. And as a typical bloke, I actually mismeasured there. That was 4 inches that I pulled out, not 6 inches. So 6 inches roughly away from them. And now he is going to, because he's an Ultramarine, he can pull out and he can shoot again. So he's going to take another pop shot, obviously with a penalty to his ballistic skill. So ballistic skill of +3. Strength and toughness is 4 and 4, so we need 4s and above. So 1 goes through at -1 AP. Oh, what? Okay, so that is the end of Ultramarines turn 3. We now go on to Death Guard turn 4.
Okay, so I'm going to move all of my Pox forward, and then I'm going to be charging. This is going to take a while. And then we will be charging in. Can they hop over walls, yeah?
Yeah, they can go through them.
So we know that we can basically go forwards like that. Because we're going to cut you off and pull it out.
Oh,
because there's nothing worse than being in the middle of a battle and then all of a sudden the key player pulls out and then shoots. It's terrible.
I mean, that's Mr. Fist's plans. You know, his fists are armed and ready, and he needs to pull out and then just shoot all over them. His barrels are red hot and ready to go. Okay, so Chris rolled a 5 on that charge then.
So basically, all of these guys can come in.
God.
These guys can come in. So all up to here, they can all come in, and we were treat them all as individuals. So I'm going to move the ones that are closest round within their 5 inches ability to move.
So Chris has now charged, consolidated, all that malarkey. And how many attacks did you just say?
38.
38 attacks coming in hard and strong on Mr. Fists. So let's jump over to the dice, rolling designated area.
So it's 4+. Oh, that was not as good rolling this time. Then another 18 attacks. 11.
11.
So 5s and above.
Yes.
So 5s and above. So 4 went through.
Excellent.
So 4 saving throws, please.
4 saving throws. 2s and above, and shrug them all off. Whoa. Chris charged me, so I get the shock assault, so I get 7 attacks coming in hard. So 4 and 4. Fools.
Your strength is 4.
That's the one. So 2 go through. So this is my retaliation, by the way.
2 dead.
2 dead. So Chris has removed 2 from the furthest point away. I apologise, I didn't record what he said, so I'm just reiterating. He said, "Oh look, 2 from the furthest point away have died." Peace. So that is the end of Death Guard turn 4, and we move on to Ultramarine turn 4. So I have no choice here. So actually, because it's my turn, you now get to attack because I attacked last time.
Oh, so that's 36 attacks.
Jeez.
So we've got 20 attacks, and then we'll follow up with 16, and it's a 4+. 16 on a 4+. So 17 landed.
17 hits.
So it was 5 pluses.
Yeah, my toughness is 4.
Yeah, but my strength's 3. So
Yep.
5s. Above.
So I've got to shrug off 6.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, so 2s and above, so 2 go through. Yep, down to 3. Okay, so I am now going to punch back. And 2+. Strength of 8 and toughness of 3, so 4, so 2s and above. So they all go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I specify who I'm attacking as well? Is that allowed?
We're saying individual units, so yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I want to clear a path.
Wouldn't you go that way because it's thinner? Shrugged 1 off.
Wow.
4 died. Okay, so you tell me where you're allocating them.
No, you do it. Go for it. Take them off, man. Take them off.
Only because you've mentioned it.
Okay, and that is the end of Ultramarines, Mr. Fist turn 4, and we go on to Death Guard turn 5. So, Chris, what do you do?
I'm going to close that gap.
Excellent. Of course. So that's 20 Pox Walkers surrounding Mr. Fist. How many attacks is that?
40 attacks.
Excellent. We're going to need some more dice, I think. You see what this heretic is doing? He's stealing my dice.
Can I borrow one of the extra of your dice, please?
Right.
Move that to you. Maybe. Right, that's 40 attacks. We're going to do it all in one go because it's
40 attacks. It's going to be crazy.
On a 4+. Oh, that's a lot of ones. So 19 attacks landed, so that's nearly half, so that's not bad going. So now we need 5s and above to wound.
Yep.
Okay.
That was a 1, FYI. It's landed right by my toe.
I've re-rolled it, it was a 1 again. So 6 have gone through, so 6 saving throws for you and 3 ones good. Damn.
Shrug them all off. Well done, Mr. Fist. Hey! So Mr. Fist is now going to retaliate with his 6 shots, or 6 punches anyway. So we think that I should have actually gone first there, but I've just said we're that far down the rabbit hole. I'm lost as to what the hell's going on. But I think you're quite right. Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming, but let's go. I'm going to punch them. Okay, so fail. Need 2s and above. So 2 go through.
Close. 2 dead.
Two off the back, please. 2 off the back. Mr. Fist wants to escape.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't.
He's scared. He's had 3 wounds, isn't he?
He is. Right, so now that's the end of Death Guard turn 5. Now it's the Ultramarines turn 5. Yep. So Mr. Fist is... I mean, we shouldn't be running away, but the only way to stop this madness is by running away. So I'm going to have to run...
Reprogramming this simulation.
That's it. The problem is I want to go that way, but I can't have to go this way. You're just going to horde into me. So Mr. Fist is hiding behind here. So we're going to do 4 shots into the Pox Walkers, obviously. Rapid fire 2, less than 12 inches. So ballistic skill of 3, because I've pulled back. 2 shots, toughness and strength 4, both 4s. So all 3 failed. So nothing happened. And that's the end of Ultramarines turn 5. Yep, so this is the start of Death Guard turn 6.
Yep.
Go for it. Kill him. So Chris has advanced his Pox Walkers in, as you can see, and he has got how many attacks?
36.
36 attacks coming in hard and strong.
So on a 4+.
So how many was that went through?
18 went through. Now we need 5 pluses to wound.
So it's 4 that I need to shrug off. I'll choose yours. Oh, two go through. Yep. 1 health left, Mr. Fist. Come on, can you do this? Can you survive? Find out next in Horde mode. Right, so Mr. Fist is going to punch back. So 2s. So now I need 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 go through. Minus, doesn't really matter, AP.
There you go, 6 dead.
Wow. It is now Ultramarines turn 5. No, 6. No, 5.
5.
Told you, it's getting confusing. And Mr. Fist should pull back, but actually he's going to hold his ground. He's going to do what Ultramarines do best. He's going to hold his ground and he's going to punch. So, yeah, we go on to the melee phase.
So we've got 24 attacks, wound on 4, all of this to get 1 wound off you, and then they've done it.
Find out. Oh.
All ones. So we've got 14 landed, so that's just over half this time. So I'd say the probability is working out really. It just feels like when you've got more dice, you feel like you've got more ones as well, but actually, statistically speaking, it's still pretty even. So 5s and above.
5 go through, so I'm just going to reuse yours.
Yes!
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead. End of simulation.
Okay, so as the victor, I shall give you the rundown. So what we know is that we definitely have at least 23 Pox Walkers that were slaughtered by Mr. Fists for his measly 8 wounds, which shows that to effectively take on Mr. Fist with Pox, we need at least 40 Pox Walkers, at least.
At least, yeah.
Because these never made it back into battle, and we brought 35 initially.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'd say you need really at least 35 to actually kill it. This isn't taken into account though that when Typhus is within a certain range, he does buff them a bit stronger.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
But on a horde mode, I think that was a pretty good first start.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. So yeah, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, let us know in the comments below things that we may have done wrong or something that you'd like to see. Would you like to see another Ultramarine or Space Marine model fight against Pox Walkers, or would you like to see the Typhus against a load of intercessors or, you know, Phobos sort of guys? Let us know. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.